Hello, welcome to the bench. This is episode 3 for the Northern Ireland patrol vehicle conversion from the Italieri 124th fire truck, Land Rover fire truck even. Now, let's move that bit out of the way and move this in. Now I've pretty much finished all of this. I've got to put some yellow on that one and red on that one just to distinguish the two. Now, how did I get all of this? Well, as I said in episode 2, I was going to use some of the MIG washables. Yeah, well, didn't kind of work out as well as I thought it would, and I think I still need to do a bit more practice with it and try and work out what I'm supposed to be doing with it. I've kind of got it to work, but it's not working as good as this stuff. This is the Wilder Aqua line. Now, when I was using the MIG washables, I was always comparing it to this because I've already used this on the grad that I'm building, and I like this, and I really do like this. If you put a brushful or a couple of brushfuls into a little paint dish, put a couple of drops of either tap water or distilled water, give it a good mix, slap it on, quite literally just slap it on, slap it all over, and then leave it for about an hour ish, maybe. Go off, do something else, have a cup of tea, have something to eat, go and play on a console or a PC or something, and then come back to it with a clean brush and some either clean tap water or distilled water, and then just very gently wipe the brush over where you've been with the Wilder Aqua line. It's not a wash, it's not really a paint, it's kind of a paste, if that's anything to help you. But as soon as you reactivate it, you can start moving it around, so you can take it out of the main areas but leave it in the crevices and the creases where you get the angles of where things join, and you can really make things look really dusty and dirty, which is great. I've absolutely enjoyed working with this, so much so, in order to create this dirt build-up, or dust build-up should I say, around these, the lining in the seat, I've used some Aqualine Common Dust in exactly the same way that I put the dark earth on, or the dry earth on, sorry, left it, and then with a really good brush that's got a really nice point to it so that you can get in and really do the detail work, just move it around slowly and just build it up. And if it kind of floods, just wipe the brush out on some kitchen paper and then go back in and allow the brush to absorb up some of the moisture, and the effects that you can achieve with this is only limited by your own imagination. You can mix them together. I've tried mixing some Vallejo acrylic paints in with them just to get a different colour, and it works a treat. And it is, I cannot say anything less about this stuff. It really does work, and it really does give a good effect. So much so, now I'm going to move that out of the way and I'm going to move this in. Now, I've pretty much done everything on here, apart from I've put the steering wheel and the control binnacle in, and as you can see, I've not put any of the wilder dry earth over this, so it's standing out like a blind cobbler's thumb at the moment and looking way too new. So basically, one of them. And it doesn't have to be a fantastically posh brush. You know, all I use is a humble paintbrush. That's really all I use for putting on. And just open it up, and that's what you get. Really, it's quite. It doesn't move very quickly. It's, as I said, it's not a wash. It's not really a paint. It's the only way that I could describe it really is a paint that's got some really fine grit in it, like some really fine sand or something. And if you got a dropper bottle like this, or there are others available, a couple of drops, and quite literally just give it a mix. And then, quite literally, just in the areas where you want, put it on. I won't put it on the actual steering wheel itself, but I'm just going to go in around this centre bit where you won't get very much hand holding or use, so you will get a bit of a build up of dust. And it looks like a complete nightmare at the moment, but quite literally I'm now just going to leave that as it is, let that dry, and I'll see you in about an hour's time. So this has been standing now for about half an hour, and I've kind of got myself set up ready to go. So all I've got is a little paint dish, some distilled water, and a nice soft artist's brush. And this is where you just take your time, get your brush nice and wet, and then just take off the excess, and you literally just go in and you just reactivate the paint. Keep cleaning your brush off every so often. You just move it around just so you start to get it all nice and dusty, and you get a little build up in at the edges and where you get a join, and just put a thin bit in the middle just so you got a little bit of discoloration. And if you haven't got enough, you can always take some from somewhere else and just pop it in, move it around. Just keep cleaning your brush off. There's no need to rush, there's no need to panic. It's not going to instantly go off. As long as you keep it wet and keep it moving, you'll be fine. Try not to take it all off. Just leave yourself some on there so that it looks dusty, is what you want. You want to look like it's been used, slightly neglected. As you can see, I can move it around as much as I like. Now, if you want to get hold of some of this, I know some places have got the dry earth in stock and some haven't. I don't quite know what's going on at the moment, but I would normally get all of my paints and weathering stuff from Scale Model Shop. Unfortunately, he's out of stock of this. So if you go onto your favoured browser, excuse me, and type in the Airbrush Company, all one word, .com. Yeah, I know, trust me. Then when you've got onto the site, if you go into paints and then go to scale models, you'll see another section where it says Wilder, and you'll be able to get some from there. It's $3.95 a pop, and postage is £4.80, but I do believe that that is first class. But in this time, with everything that's going on in the world, dispatch is a little bit slower than normal, so bear with them. They will get it out to you, because I've ordered some of the rust version of this, and I'm still waiting for mine to arrive. I don't even think, at the time of recording this, I haven't checked, but I don't think it's shipped. I think it's still sitting in pending, so I think they are a little bit behind, but bear with them. They will get it out to you. And as you can see, I'm just keeping the brush wet, using the tip to do the fine stuff, and keep the tip or the point of your brush going, because it benefits you. And you just move it from the middle to the outer edge, which then forms your dust build up where it would naturally be anyway. and then just put some back in just to give it a little bit of a cloudy look. That's all you want. You don't need it to be caked in it. And even if you've done this and then you go back to it a couple of days later and you think, well, it doesn't look quite right, as long as you haven't put any varnish or clear or anything over the top of it, just go back in with a little bit of tap water or a little bit of distilled water. Either is fine, works quite happily with either or either. I wouldn't use any kind of acrylic thinners because you're just gonna get in trouble. I haven't put any varnish or any clear on this. I'm just working straight onto the paint. I suppose if you wanted to, you could. I don't know what sort of effect it would make. Excuse me. Now what I'm trying to do now is just get some so that it will just have a build up in the where you've got the join between the upper part of the front fascia and the binnacle, because you would get a small build up of not so much dirt, just general dust. Now I'll put some on the top as well, because I don't think I did this when I did the original. And as you can see, you just wash it around. Okay. It doesn't take long. It's, as I said, it's very, very easy to use. Very easy to use, very easy to control. Just take your time, don't rush. Need a bit more water, I think. Maybe not. Right, and just to prove my point, what's been done in the footwells was done a couple of days ago now. Must be about 2 days ago. I've not put any clear or varnish over it, and I just want to remove this. And as you can see, I can go in, and even though I put this on a couple of days ago, I can go in and make a slight adjustment. So long as you don't cover it up with anything, you can keep working this for as long as you want. So there you have it. Oh, hang on a minute. I've just spotted that bit. Ooh. Yeah, it's enough. And just go over the top. The softer the brush, the better. A soft artist brush, makeup brush, anything like that. And that really is how you use the Wilder Aqualine. It is that easy, that simple, and that's the effect that you can get in a short space of time. And there's nothing to stop you going in and putting another colour over the top just to give it some variation if you so chose to do so. So that is about as much as I really want to do for this particular episode. He says, now spotting something else that he doesn't like. Actually, I think put a bit more in. And you can be quite fussy. Throw the brush around. So yeah, I think there we go. I think I'm happy with that now, he says. I'm sure I'll make a few more changes as we go through. And as you can see, using a decent brush with a decent point, you can really get in and really do some fine detail stuff as well. Right, so I think what I want to do is I want to get some in here, because you'll get a build up. Now, there should be enough in here. We go in there. I've got some on the side of the seat, but when we go back in and wash some of it out and take care of the seats at the same time. I think that I will, maybe. So as you can see, you can really go in, even when it's been left for a few days, like this has been. I can still go in and just very carefully wipe the brush along and just make a small change. So what we do is we're going to leave that now. Leave that for about half an hour. I'm going to go off and make a cup of tea. And then I shall come back. He says he's just spotted another bit that I don't really like that bit. So there you go. And this is what I mean by you can go in with the brush and you just literally move it around. And change it around. So there we go. So I'm going to pause up. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. We'll leave that bit for about half an hour or so, which is probably what I did for all of this. And then we'll come back. We're just going. I think I'll probably use an even finer brush to go back in, just to take that out and have a bit of a clean up on the sides, I think. And then I think we can call it quits on that. That is almost there. So I'll speak to you shortly. Right, I've come back from my cup of tea and I've had a quick play on my Xbox and so on and so forth. Now, let's put these on first and then I'll see what I'm actually doing. Right, what I've got now is I've got an artist's liner brush, because it's got nice long bristle and it's quite pointy as well. So what we want to do now is, first of all, get it in the water nice and wet, give it a swizzle, give it a nice twizzle, and I think we're going to go from the back. Right, in we go, and we're just going to rub gently and remove what we remove. I don't want to remove everything, because in this area you would normally have quite a build-up of dust and various bits of dirt and stuff. So I just want to remove a small amount. And I just want this one back. Right, I just want to remove it's just a case of just going round and just having a quick tidy up. Because once it goes into the body of the vehicle, you can guarantee you're going to see something and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. So take a little bit extra time. Oh, not that one. Not so keen on this bit here, so I'll just reduce that down a little bit. Blend that back in again. There we go. And I think I am going to leave it at that, because I will otherwise I am just going to keep whittling away, and before I know it, it's all going to be gone and I'm going to have to start again. So I'm going to leave that there. So hopefully you've now seen why I like using the wilder Aqua paste, weathering paint. I don't really know what to call it, but it's good. It's very good. So I think I'm going to bring this episode to a close, because I've now rattled on for about 30 odd minutes, and probably, yeah, 36. So I've gone over me what I would normally want to do, which is about 30 minutes. So it just remains for me to say thank you very much for watching. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notifications bell so that you get updates as to when I upload more video content. Due to the current events, please stay safe, please keep well, and look after yourselves. And I will see you in episode 4. Hello, here's a short slideshow of photos of the seats and dash footwell areas that I've done, just so you guys can have a closer look at the effect that I've got with the Wilder Aqua. And please pause and have a closer look if you wish. If not, carry on watching. Thank you.